Struggling to improve your velocity? Here's 3 things you can do to get a better push-off.
So the first thing that we see with setup is our feet. So we want to make sure our feet aren't too far apart. That's something that we've been seeing a lot with pitchers recently. The reason why we're not going to be as powerful from that position to go forward. We want to set up like a sprinter would. We're not going to go into the whole windup. If you want videos on that, we do have videos on our website that cover that. But in the meantime, we're going to just talk about the load. So in this position, we want to make sure that our knee is over our toe and our chest is over our knee. We want to make sure that we're not leaning like in a bend here. Our nose should not be facing the ground.
We don't want to be low.
We don't want to be too low. I like to tell my pitchers if we're too far into a squat, that's preparing us to jump up rather than going out. We want to be in a nice sprinter's position.
But also you're going to be slow.
Yeah, it's slow to come out of.
A squat jump versus a hop. Squat jump is much slower than a hop.
Yes.
Right, you would never see a basketball player jumping up for a rebound from a squat.
So yeah, making sure we have that nice forward lean. You want to feel a little bit of activation or burn in your quad and your glute. Going back to our feet, when we're in this position, we want to make sure that the weight is on the front of our feet. We don't want to be like on our toes. I say like we're not pulling Michael Jackson, right? Because we're not powerful from this position, right? The right things aren't activated, we're not going to get a strong push off. So heels are up slightly, the back foot, we still want it to be up. We don't want to be on our toe on our back foot there. Or I also see, go ahead and move your foot back. Yeah, we don't want to see this. We still want some bend in our knee. We don't want to be on our tippy toes here because we have 2 legs. We might as well use both of them for push off. So you're not going to get anything out of this.
We do want to feel, so even though we don't have weight on our front heel, we do want to feel it be in contact with the ground. Because, like when we're sprinting, even though we run on the balls of our feet, we should still feel our heels just ever so slightly contact the ground, right? We don't run here, like Nicole just said. So we do want to at least feel our heel be on the mound. The number one thing I see with the push-off is the mental side, because starting fast feels really out of control and like the pitch is going to be wild, but this is the only time where you can really generate power in your pitch because it's the only time you can really use the ground and generate force from the ground. So if you're starting slow here, you're really just setting yourself up for failure later because 1, you're going to be lacking some power, but then you know you're lacking power, so now you're going to try and muscle through at the end of your pitch, which is going to create a whole bunch more problems. But when you start fast, you're actually setting yourself up to move a lot smoother because you're able to move 1 speed and then be loose and trust your pitch, so you're going to end up with better timing, better release. So it's just that mental block of feeling more out of control, but you're actually going to be much more athletic.
So when she talks about using the ground in push-off, we're thinking about driving our feet into the ground to accelerate forward. So what you put in comes back up into our body, so use it. Pushing, driving into the ground. So the third and final thing that we really want to focus on is making sure that you're using your whole body to push off, and it's not just your legs. Oftentimes you hear push off, it just comes from your legs, and while our legs are what's being used to start that by using the ground, it's your whole body that drives out together.
Like sprinting, if you ever worked with a sprint coach, they'll tell you, okay, if you need to go faster and your legs are a little bit tired, pump your arms faster. If your arms are getting tired for some reason, pump your legs faster because they each directly impact the speed of the other. So if you feel like your legs are really sluggish one day, get your arms to go faster. Or if you feel like your arms are like starting slow, get your legs to go faster. There's different mental cues you can give, but everything will work at the same speed because that's how we're built.
And at no point in our pitch are we ever just isolating one part of our body. Like it all works together.
The better you do these 3 things, the more velocity you'll have in your pitch, and you're going to have better timing.